done. What can we do?
Just keep your head down, that's what. And your wits about you.
Okay. Chantry. Turn in some of the stuff we've done.
You are very beautiful, Morrigan.
Tell me something I do not know.
But you are always dressed in such rags. It suits you, I suppose. A little tear here, a little rip there to show some skin. I understand.
You understand I lived in a forest, I hope?
Maybe we could get you in a nice dress one day. Silk. No, maybe velvet. Velvet is heavier, better to guard against the cold in Ferelden. Dark red velvet. Yes. With gold embroidery. It should be cut low in the front, of course. We don't want to hide your features.
Stop looking at my breasts like that. 'Tis most disturbing.
You don't think so? And if it's cut low in the front, we must put your hair up. Show off that lovely neck.
You are insane. I would sooner let Alistair dress me.
It'll be fun, I promise. We'll get some shoes too. Shoes. We could go shopping together.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Thank you. And there's more on the Chantry's board. Yep, when bears attack. On behalf of Thed, the farmer, and his departed son, I inscribe this missive. As the Maker is my witness, I charge all those with knowledge of arms and armor to brave the dangers of the northern woods to find the family of bears that mauled and killed the boy Eneth. For they are an abomination in the Maker's sight, and their hides would provide great comfort to the northern farms and solace for Thed's family. As chanter for Lothering, I do pledge a sum of 1 sovereign to whoever carries out the Maker's will. Exercise caution first and foremost. May his light bathe us all. A last keepsake. Thanks to all villagers who've opened their barns and lofts for the refugees in these dark times. The Chantry regularly hears praise from our visitors, and your virtuous deeds are mentioned in many prayers. Sadly, there is a lone boy in the village whose mother, good wife Sarah, is missing. As she has been missing for the better part of a week, as of this writing, she is presumed dead. May the Maker bless her passing. She was a lady of middle years with red hair and fond of a green cloak. If any travelers or resident comes across her in the wild, please return her body or the effects of her remains. In later years, the boy will be thankful to have such keepsakes to remember his brave mother by. The office of the Chanter will compensate this kindness with a sum of 50 silvers. May the Maker turn his gaze on us all. Very well, back out to the wands. This one should be easy. We kill a bear, and the body of the woman should be nearby. They're both about the same place. That being said, I haven't leveled up, so trap making might not be happening. Unless I use the skill book. I might be able to get away with using the skill book. I can't remember if that gives me a point to that or something else. Wolves.
Poor animals. Why do they attack?
What, are the wolves attacking me? I don't think they are.
Oh,
They are now.
You cannot win!
Woo! That's a lot of wolves. A lot more than I was thinking there would be. Get him before Bark spawn. You got this. I believe in you. You're doing great, son. Damn it. Keep turning off my rapid fire. None of you dropped anything, which I find wild. Where is the mom's corpse? I thought it should be like right here. Oh, there it is. She wasn't here earlier, I promise. Found the body of the boy's mother and have recovered her keepsake. May the Maker watch over you in death. Since he didn't decide to do it in life. Where's the bear? I could have swore the bear was like right here. Oh, bear. He's barely there. There he is. Or the 3 bears in this case. Ooh, very nice hit. Codex updated. What did it update? For bear. Okay, gotcha. Very, very nice. That deals with you 3. And none of you 3 are going to drop anything, are you? I mean, sometimes it takes it a minute for it to actually trigger that they're dead and have something to loot. But I'm not waiting around long enough for that. Back to the chantry. Fact. 1 more points to spend on attributes, but it's rendered useless afterwards. Bet that... Yeah, it's just for attributes. Yep, never mind. Oh well. I thought for a moment that it might be for...
Speak.
like a talent, but that is not the case. You, however, can learn something a little different. Let's see. I think I usually make you a healer. So maybe I should do something a little bit different this time. Though I do think I will give you Spell Wisp immediately because that's... Frost weapons could be good. Yeah, let's do... Nah, Spell Wisp. We'll do Spell Wisp, and you can cast it immediately.
Left in the wilds was horrifying.
What of the army?
That's weird. You gotta be like underneath them to even hear them. Weird. Are you over here T-posing? No. No, Chantry. That's what I was looking for. I'm easily distracted, don't mind.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Indeed. And there's nothing else on the Chantry board. So, I think that's all we can do in Lothering, because we didn't level up in time, and I didn't think to grab anything for trap making. Your quest will just have to go undone.
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps. Old Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps.
Alright, then let us get out of Lothering. It is time we shoved off.
It appears we'll need to fight the entire blight ourselves.
Get out of here. What do you lot think you're doing? That stunned me for a moment. Good. Move this Furlock Alpha. And that should just about do it. Nope, nope, there's still a couple more. There we go. And there we go. Ooh, Alistair leveled up.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
You're welcome.
The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
It's a bit complicated, but you're welcome to come along. I'm not sure the same way. I'm not going the same way, trust me. King's business, I'm afraid. I doubt you want to travel with a Grey Warden.
Grey Wardens? My, that does rather explain a lot. No offense, but I suspect there's more excitement on your path than my boy and I can handle. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune, Dale.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
What I never understood is, regardless of what you say, he still comes to your camp.
Hello.
Hello.
We'll be off as soon as
A blood mage with a sealed letter.
this mess is cleaned up. Thank you kindly for all your assistance.
And we'll go ahead and level up Alistair, who will get more Constitution, I think. You know what? No, he needs Strength. So now he should be. Yeah, and then he gets he needs dexterity as well. I forgot about that. Strength and dexterity. Speed. We'll give him overpower for now. And then we could start focus on getting him some dex later. Alright, onward and outward. I'm going to save before I hit that map, though. Or the game will also do it for me. Not very tasty.
Bad dreams, huh?
It seemed so real.
Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
The Archdemon, is that the dragon?
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Thank you, Alistair. I appreciate it.
That's what I'm here for. To deliver unpleasant news and witty one-liners. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Which officially puts us in camp, and there's Bodon and Sandal already. Alright. bless. I think I will take a moment and come back. Alright, we're at camp. Who do we want to talk to first? Because it's going to be a whole lot of talking. Suppose we'll talk to Doug. He doesn't have much to say.
Oh, why, you little...
Never mind. He has a lot to say.
Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
I'm wanting to say, good boy, teach that silly Alistair a lesson is the appropriate choice, though I cannot quite remember. I want to say it's because we joke about it. I'm gonna go with it.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
Well, it didn't do bad or good, so fair.
I once heard a really old legend about how the Hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh. Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
If you had it and didn't know it, it was probably tasty. I'd never feed you another human being.
It's not cannibalism if he's eating it, you know.
Look at what your fool dog placed in my pack. A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
He can't be stinkier than what normally goes into them. I think he thinks you need more meat on your bones. Why doesn't he share his food with me?
You are welcome to this if you really want it. The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
You heard the lady.
I don't want it, you worthless fur bag.
I think you hurt his feelings.
Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
Alright. Fair enough. I don't think he has much more to say. Alright, yeah, I suppose we'll talk with Alistair first.
What do you need? You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did. I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the Blight and everything. I'm sorry. I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of. I suppose he did. It probably sounds stupid, but part of me wishes I was with him, in the battle. I feel like I abandoned him. Of course, I'd be dead then, wouldn't I? It's not like that would make him happier. I think he came from High Ever, or so he said. Maybe I'll go up there sometime. See about putting up something in his honor. I don't know. Dwarves don't practice cremation, do they? How do your people honor your dead?
We entomb our dead within the stone beneath our taigs.
I heard about that, now that I think about it. Their spirits return to the rock, strengthening the foundation of the taig. It sounds so strange. I suppose you're right. Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little. I'd like that. So would he, I think.
Ooh, +6.
What do you
Trying
do?
to do these off of memory. I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
So you said this Arl Eamon raised you.
Oh, did I say that? I meant that dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from the Anderfells. A whole pack of them, in fact.
That would explain the smell.
Well, it wasn't until I was 8 that I discovered you didn't have to lick yourself clean. Old habits die hard, you know.
That would explain the breath as well, then.
And my table manners, too. Though, come to think of it, they weren't all that different from the other Templars. Or did I dream all of that? Funny the dreams you'll have when you sleep on the cold, hard ground, isn't it? Are you having strange dreams?
Only once where we're making mad love in my tent.
I think I completely lost my chain of thought. Oh, there it is. Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any smart comments, I mean the fatherless kind. My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died when I was very young. Arl Eamon wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me, and he didn't have to be. I respect the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough.
Why does he send you off to the Chantry?
Arl Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
What an awful thing to do to a child.
Maybe. She felt threatened by my presence, I can see that now. I can't say I blame her. She wondered if the rumors were true herself, I bet. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall and it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there, and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
You were young.
And raised my dogs. Or I may as well have been, the way I acted. But maybe all young bastards act like that. I don't know. All I know is that the Arl is a good man, and well loved by the people. He also was King Kaelin's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Loghain pay for what he did. Anyway, that's really all there is to the story.
Another 6 points.
What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
Why have you remained a Templar if you hate the Chantry?
Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen you wearing it.
I keep it hidden under my pillow. Sometimes I'll take it out just so I can hug it fondly and remember the good old days. Brings a tear to the eyes, you know.
Do all Templars make these jokes or just you? I want to say it's that one. But that one might be bad. And what's the real reason?
You don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring.
Now this one I remember. Then make something up more exciting.
You know, I like the way you think. But I guess if you're really curious, there's no harm in obliging. I have a couple of interesting-looking moles I can show you later, too, if you're interested. The truth of the matter is that I did hate going to the monastery. The initiates from poor families thought I put on airs, while the noble ones called me a bastard and ignored me. I felt like Al Eamon had cast me off, unwanted, and I was determined to be bitter. But I took some solace in the training itself, I guess. I was actually quite good at it.
I think I understand.
Using the abilities I have came after years of education and discipline that was difficult to achieve, if rewarding. The sword training and religious doctrine all came later. I never really felt at home anywhere, though, until I joined the Grey Wardens. And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful for when we encountered Darkspawn magic, so I kept it up. What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home?
So my home is with the Grey Wardens now, with you.
It is. I didn't know you felt that way. We won't always be traveling like this, you know. Once the war is over, once the Blight is... well, a time will come when we'll have to think about having a real home again. Though that seems like a far ways off. And I suppose the Grey Wardens are gone for good. Either way.
And they can be rebuilt.
I suppose you're right. We can create new Grey Wardens, but we'll never get back those we lost. I wonder if it would ever feel the same. Anyhow, now I've sidetracked us. We'd better get back to what we're supposed to be doing right now.
Right. Feel like that was the best I could have gotten out of that conversation, probably.
What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
So what can a Templar do exactly?
Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
So... couldn't others learn these talents?
Perhaps, but there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means we become addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put two and two together.
That's horrible. I can't believe they would do that.
Well, they do it, and they feel perfectly justified. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templars' talents more effective, or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away, either, so they can spread their secrets. I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me. What do you need? Ask away.
Can you teach others to be a Templar?
I suppose I could. but I really would rather not. When the Grand Cleric let Duncan recruit me, she made me swear never to reveal Templar secrets outside of the Chantry. I'd rather not go back on my word.
Very well, I'll respect your word.
Ask me later, perhaps. Maybe I'll change my mind. This is not something small you're asking, after all.
Inspired minor constitution. That means we've upgraded our relationship with him.
What do you need?